We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
He'll get this down to the 38. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I'd be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about
it. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
Check, match. Check, match.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let it pop it through the posts.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all? I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
19 Tigers. Check. 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A handoff left, Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Dallas Goedert really flourished as Philadelphia's unquestioned #1 tight end. He's a big-time field stretcher for first-time starter Jalen Hurts and averaged the 2nd most yards per reception among tight ends in the league. Won't hurt his average there with that 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Here we go, here we go. Pass the 60, pass the 60.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw hauled in by Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. Prescott buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On play action, Prescott steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Prescott off play action. Washington's got it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's caught. It's James Washington. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Jake Ferguson.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Red. 19-18.
Another run here with Sanders. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Hurts.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Come on. Hey. Three. Ready.
shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Complete to Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
The Dallas Cowboys provide a fresh opportunity for wide receiver James Washington, who picks up a 1st down with that catch. He ended up sinking down the depth chart in Pittsburgh after posting 700 yards in his 2nd season. He's hoping that he can play over the top as he did so well in college and early in his Pittsburgh tenure for the Cowboys.
And this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give to Elliott running left. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On the counter, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Pollard going to try the right side. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Pollard again. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Marr now to add the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Ready up.
On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Hey, pass.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now Dak steps away to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Prescott. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was.